is Just Fishing with Grandma. And also in this book, there'll be a mouse and a spider hiding on every page. You can help me find them. Are you ready? Let's start. I woke up this morning and thought, what a good day to go fishing. Do you see the mouse and spider? Yay, you found it! The spider is on the hook, and hanging on the hook there's a bag, and the mouse is hiding in the bag. I asked my dad to take me fishing, but he couldn't take me today. He had to fix the car. Do you see them now? Yeah, you found them. The spider is on the top of the car, and the mouse is sitting in the front of the car. So I asked my mom to take me fishing, but she couldn't. She had to take my little sister to the dentist. Do you see them again? The mouse is right next to him, and the spider is on the watering hose. So I asked my grandpa to take me today fishing. He couldn't take me today either. He had to weed the garden. Do you see them again? Yes, you found them. Look, the mouse is pulling a plant and the spider is on a shovel. I was mad. I guess nobody can take me fishing, I said. Grandma said, I'll take you fishing. So I said, cool, let's go, Grandma. Do you see the mouse and spider again? Look, they're doing a happy dance right next to him. We got out the fishing poles, but they were just a little tangled up. Do you see them again? I'm going to give you a clue. The mouse is behind one of the fishing poles. Yay, you found the mouse. The mouse is behind the orange fishing pole and the spider is on the pink bucket. We need worms, Grandma. I said, let's dig. We dug here. No worms. Look, the spider is hanging from a web. We dug there. No worms. Grandma said, I have an idea. But where's the mouse? Can you help me find the mouse? Look, the mouse is right there, behind him. We drove to the bait and tackle store. We bought a big container of worms. Now can you see them? Uh-oh, I think I can't find them. Can you help? You did it! Look, the mouse is behind a packet and the spider is on the shelf. For a special treat, Grandma bought a new rod and reel for me, since the others were all messed up. Look, can you see them? They're up there. Then we drove to Lake Pukatuki. We found a great place to fish. I see the mouse and spider now. They're sailing on their own little boat to go fishing. Grandma helped me put a worm on my hook. I know how. Though Grandma was just afraid I might stick myself. Look, the spider is on Grandma's head and the mouse is dragging a worm. Maybe the mouse wants to go fishing too. Our fishing line kept getting tangled in the tree branches, and besides, we weren't even catching any fish. Look, the spider is hanging from the tree branch. But where's the mouse? Can you help me find the mouse? You did it! The mouse is climbing on the tree branch. I noticed that all the fish were jumping way out in the middle of the lake. We need a canoe, Grandma. Please, I said. Grandma rented a canoe. Look, the spider is on the canoe and the mouse is on the tip of the canoe. Let's search on the next page. Finally, we were out with the big fish. Fish were jumping everywhere. Where are they now? Help me find them. Yay, you got it. The mouse is trying to fish with an angry fish, and a fish is trying to eat the spider. Look out, spider. I caught a big one, but I guess I wasn't holding on tight enough because that fish stole my new rod and reel. Look, the spider is paddling away in a boat, but where's the mouse? Look, it's holding onto the rod and trying to pull it back up. The mouse is too small. I hope he doesn't sink. I didn't even try, but Grandma let me use hers. Then a big dark cloud covered the sky. Look, the mouse is over there, and the fish is trying to eat his tail. I think the fish thinks that his tail is a worm. But where's Spider? Can you help me? Yay, you got it! The spider is on the canoe. It started to rain. It rained so hard. But we can't leave now, I said. We haven't caught any fish. Uh-oh, I can't see the mouse or the spider. Can you help me look? You did it! Look, the mouse and spider are right there under a leaf for an umbrella. By the time we paddled to shore, the rain had stopped. But we both were soaking wet. We went to the snack bar and ordered their special fish-filled sandwich with wiggly fries. And you know what? Lake Pocatello, the home of wiggly fries. Eat here now. You'll love it. Look, the mouse is carrying the fishing rod and the spider is standing on the parking sign. We had a great time fishing. Just Grandma and me. Look, the mouse is reaching for a wiggly fry and the spider is holding up a wiggly fry. The end. What's your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where in the entire book we had to search for the mouse and the spider hiding everywhere and going on the fishing trip and try to fish and try to eat wiggly fries. I hope you had as much fun as I did for finding the mouse and spider. Pete the Kitty, Ready, Set, Go-Kart by Kimberly and James Dean. Pete loves go-karts. Go-karts go fast. Super fast go-kart racer. Pete wants to make a go-kart. He would make the fastest one. Pete looks for a box. He finds an old wooden box. This is perfect, he says. Pete sits in the box. Zoom, says Pete, but he can't see the road. Something's missing. You need a seat, says Bob. Pete and Bob look for a seat. Bob finds an old chair. The chair is perfect. They put the seat in the go-kart. Pete sits in the go-kart. Zoom, says Pete. But the go-kart doesn't go. Something's missing. You need wheels, says Callie. Pete, Bob, and Callie look for wheels. Callie finds an old wagon. The wheels are perfect. They put the wheels on the go-kart. The go-kart rolls a little. Zoom, Pete says. But Pete's go-kart is slow. Something's missing. You will go fast if you go down a hill, says Callie. Pete and his pals look for a hill. Callie finds a tall hill. Bob finds a taller hill. Pete finds the tallest hill. Pete and his pals push the go-kart up the hill. Ready, set, wait, says Pete. Something's missing, says Pete. What? Asks Bob. The go-kart has a box. The go-kart has a seat. The go-kart has wheels. My go-kart needs cool colors, says Pete. He paints cool lines on the go-kart. Now Pete is ready to go fast. Ready, set, go! The go-kart starts to roll. It rolls down the big hill. Pete's go-kart goes fast. His go-kart goes faster. Zoom, says Pete. His go-kart is the fastest. Pete's pals cheer. You did it, Pete! No, says Pete. We did it. Pete loves his new go-kart, but he loves his pals most of all. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of this story is where Pete paints really cool lines on his go-kart, then zips down the hill. This book is Duck on a Bike by David Shannon. One day, down on the farm, Duck got a wild idea. I bet I could ride a bike, he thought. He waddled over to where the boy parked his bike, climbed on, and began to ride. At first, he rode very slowly, and he wobbled a lot, but it was fun. Duck rode past Cow and waved to her. Hello, Cow, said Duck. Moo, said Cow, but what she thought was, a duck on a bike? That's the silliest thing I've ever seen. Then Duck rode past Sheep. Hello, Sheep, said Duck. Bah, said Sheep, but what she thought was, he's gonna hurt himself if he's not careful. Duck was riding better now. He rode past Dog. Hello, Dog, said Duck. Woof, said Dog. What he thought was, that is a mighty neat trick. Then Duck rode past Cat. Hello, Cat, said Duck. Meow, said Cat, but what she thought was, I wouldn't waste my time riding a bike. Duck pedaled a little faster. He rode past Horse. Hello, Horse, said Duck. Nay, said Horse, but what he thought was, you're still not as fast as me, Duck. Duck rang his bell as he rode toward Chicken. Hello, Chicken, said Duck. Cluck, cluck, said Chicken, but what she thought was, watch where you're going, Duck. Then Duck rode past Goat. Hello, Goat, said Duck. Meh, said Goat, but what he thought was, I'd like to eat that bike. Duck stood on the seat and rode past Pig and Pig. Hello, pigs, said Duck. Oink, said Pig and Pig, but what they thought was, Duck is such a show-off. And Duck rode no hands past Mouse. Hello, Mouse, said Duck. Squeak, said Mouse, but what he thought was, I wish I could ride a bike just like Duck. Suddenly a whole bunch of kids came down the road on bikes. They were in such a hurry that they didn't see Duck. They parked their bikes by the house and went inside. Look at all the animals. They're all looking at that looking at all those bikes. What do you think they're gonna do? Even Duck's looking. What are they gonna do? I think the goat is going to eat the bikes, or maybe they're all gonna ride the bikes. Let's find out. Now all the animals had bikes. They rode around and around the barnyard. This is fun, they all said. Good idea, Duck. Look, the mouse couldn't fit on any of the bikes, so the mouse is riding the bike with Duck. And look, there's a bike for 2 people for the pigs. And look, the goat is eating the basket of that bike. Look, and they're all pedaling and having so much fun. Then they put all the bikes back by the house, and no one knew that on that afternoon there had been a cow, a sheep, a dog, a cat, a horse, a chicken, a goat, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck on a bike. The end. Look at the end. The duck wants to ride a tractor. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where Duck was riding the bike or standing on the seat, and he was looking above those pigs and saying hi to them. Fancy Nancy and the 2 Loose Tooth. Lionel and I are swinging on the monkey bars. Lionel swings upside down. Woohoo! I'm an ape, Lionel shouts and scratches under his arms. Lionel swings again. He bangs into a bar. Ow, he says. Lionel jumps to the ground. I jump too. His hand is over his mouth. There is a little gore. Gore is a fancy word for blood. Come quick, Miss Glass, I shout. Lionel is injured. That's a fancy word for hurt. I'm okay, Lionel smiles. He lost a tooth. It is in his hand. It was already loose. Miss Glass, let me go to the nurse with Lionel. First, Lionel washes out his mouth. Then the nurse hands Lionel a white plastic tooth on a chain. Pop! The top opens. In goes the tooth. Pop! The top snaps shut. For the rest of the day, Lionel wears his tooth necklace. I long for a tooth necklace too. That means I really, really want one. But you only get one if your tooth falls out at school. One of my teeth is loose now. It better not fall out at home. All week, my tooth gets looser and looser. I wiggle it a lot at school. I wiggle it in art class. I wiggle it at lunch. At home, I do not wiggle it at all. I eat a lot of soft stuff, like bananas and ice cream. I do not talk much. Talking might make my tooth fall out. My dad asks, "Want me to pull out your tooth? It won't hurt." "No," I shout. "It can't fall out at home." On Thursday at school, my tooth is hanging by a thread. I keep waiting for it to fall out, but the last bell rings and my tooth is still stuck in my head. I must prevent my tooth from falling out tonight. Prevent means to stop something. I put a little tape around it. "What's wrong with your mouth?" my mother asked. I write a note to explain. "My tooth is very loose. I don't want it to fall out until I am at school. Then I'll get a tooth necklace." That night I sleep with my mouth open. I'm not taking any chances. Friday morning, I get dressed very carefully. I start walking to school. Achoo! I sneeze. Oh no! Sneezing made my tooth fall out. It's in my mouth. I am not at school yet. So does this mean I don't deserve a tooth necklace? But my tooth is still in my mouth. So in a way, it has to not fallen yet. I keep my lips shut tight. I walk very fast. At last I arrive at school. Arrive is a fancy for getting someplace. I spit my tooth into my hand. "I just lost a tooth!" I shout. Miss Glass sends me to the nurse. "Ooh la la, I have a tooth necklace. It looks so fancy. I wear it all day. But guess what? I do not feel joyful. That's fancy for happy." Finally, I confess. Confess means telling about something bad you did. I tell Miss Glass how my tooth fell out. I need to return the tooth necklace. Miss Glass thinks for a moment. A moment is a fancy word. It's fancy for a second. Your tooth didn't fall out at home. You were already in transit. That means on the way to school. I think that counts. Miss Glass checks with the nurse. The nurse agrees. The tooth necklace is mine to keep forever. For the first time all day, I smile a big smile with a hole in it. Fancy Nancy's fancy words. These are the fancy words in this book. Arrive, getting someplace. Confess, telling about something bad you did. Gore, blood. Injured, hurt. In transit, transit, on the way. Joyful, happy. Long for, really, really want. Moment, a second. Prevent, stop something. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where she puts tape in her mouth. I think that's not possible. This is not enough. This is not enough. Did you find a present yet? Not yet. This is for my best friend. It has to be cool and fun and big and wow. Like this. Wow. What are you gonna get? I'm not sure yet, but it has to be one of a kind and warm and soft and from the heart. It has to be something that shows how I feel. I know I'm going to knit a one-of-a-kind, warm, soft, from the heart scarf. Good idea. Can you knit? How hard can it be? I can't wait for you to see your gift. Well, I have the best idea for your gift. What is it? You will find out soon enough. This is not enough. Later, and then you can write thank you for being my best friend. Roger that. Never mind. Eject. I've got it. What is all of this? You'll find out soon enough. Sigh. This is not good enough. Later. Bump. This is not enough. Close your eyes. Okay, open them. Ta-da! You made this for me? Yes! It is so cool and fun and big and wow! I love it! I wanted to give you something one of a kind and warm and soft and from the heart. Something that showed you how I feel. This is not enough, but all I have is this. You made this? Yes. It is more than enough. It is everything. Surprise! What do you get us? The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where that little bluebear didn't know how to knit, but he still wanted to knit.